As you can see, I'm continue working on these excavator buckets because you asked in the comments if I wanted to show you, so here we go. And I finished cleaning up these surfaces and I think I'm ready to weld on these rings here, which of course gonna take the pins. And of course, two on this side and two others on the underside, on this underside too. Let's go for it. I just made 4 little tack welds and my garage starts to look like Smoky Mountain again. Let's open windows and doors. That will be better. Now, luckily today it's not too cold. Right. Yeah. This one works. This one doesn't. Haha! Tack welding and aligning these 4 rings here went a lot easier than in the first bucket. As you can see, they fit very well. Now, I think it's time to start welding all around here, and I'm hoping that after welding it still fits as it does now. While the small bucket is cooling down after welding, of course I don't waste my time doing nothing. I work on the middle one. And I tack welded the 4 rings in place. And as you can see, this one works very well. And in the other direction, very well too. And the other one, very well. And in this direction, not yet, but of course I will fix it. It's a little bit of tweaking and then trying to have these 2 parallel. The distance between 2 is not important because it's a hinge system here, but they have to be parallel of course. And And in the meanwhile, the small one has cooled down enough. You can see I can put my hands on here. And I think for this one, success. And for the other one, almost. Now, it's a tiny bit snug, but I'm sure it will work. When all welded, I will give it a touch of file, just like in the first one. 2 minutes of filing, and it worked perfectly fine. So I'm sure this will be same. I have to admit that slowly but surely I start to lose enthusiasm for this gasless welding wire. Because this is right after welding and without any cleaner, and as you can see, it makes a terrible mess. Another problem I have with this welding wire is that it makes a lot, and I mean a lot of smoke. You can see it in the footage. And what happens is that the blue light that's coming out of this wire while welding is reflecting on the smoke screen. And it's a little bit blinding effect, which means you see the light on the smoke, but you cannot really see the puddle. And when you don't see what I'm doing, you're not doing it right. I think this welding wire could work very well in an open space. But here in my small garage, after 2 minutes of welding, everything is full of smoke. And even my welding mask here, as you can see, it really makes a terrible mess. And if my mask is looking like this, I'm pretty sure that the inside of my lungs also looks like this. Some viewers pointed out in the comments of last week's video that with this gasless welding wire you cannot build up, you cannot do several passes one on top of each other. And that's exactly what I need to do on this part here. Normally this is straight, which means I have to fill up all this. But if the welding wire doesn't do, I don't see the point. So I have to switch wire to do this part. And talking about too much smoke, now today I am lucky because I can open windows and doors without freezing my nuts off. But when it's really cold outside, that's not gonna work. So my plan for today is to take out the small bobbin of welding wire and replace again with this one. Much better. And I forgot to mention that welding with this wire, you can put a lot of pressure on these rollers here. Otherwise it will squeeze it and it doesn't work anymore. So normally you need special little rollers for in here. That I don't have. This is 0.8 millimeter wire and my roller is also 0.8, but it's a smooth one. It's not with teeth in it. So if the wire doesn't come out smoothly, you cannot make smooth welds. It's plunging in and then stops and then plunging in and it makes terrible noises and spatter. It's a shit. That's all. Right, let's All that's left to do, open the gas bottle and weld. All rings welded in place and finished, no problem at all. And as you can see, they fit very well. So I think we can call it success. And there is even more good news. In previous video I explained that I need to replace a part of the bottom of this bucket here. And I didn't have a steel plate for it. But now I have one. And as you can see, it's really rusty because it's also really old. And I think it could even predate the Iron Age. But I'm not really positive on that. I think it has a little bit too much thickness. But we'll see what we can do with it. It's all I could find. So let's start cutting out. And after a little bit more grinding and cutting and a touch of cleanup, it looks like this. At first I thought it was maybe a good idea to leave it like this because now it lets the air through and also it's less heavy to carry. But that is of course not the goal of this thing here. Now, the plate I just cut out. For the moment I put this sheet of metal behind here to prevent it from falling in. I think I'm ready to tack it in place. The piece of plate I'm installing here has a thickness of 9 millimeters. And with the tool I have here, it is for me impossible to bend it. So what I did, I cut a slot in here to reduce the thickness, and it will be easier to bend. Now let's hope I cut enough. Let's find out. Over here it looks like it's going, but here I have to cut a little bit more. It looks like it went very well. And now I can clearly see where I have to cut this material here, my angle grinder, so that I don't have an overlap like now, but the two plates are one against each other. I think it fits very well. As you can see here, no opening and a little bit of bevel for welding, and here a little bevel for welding, and here of course when I made this cut, it's automatically a bevel and one here. I think it's time to make some more tack welds over here and in the middle and weld it all together. All the joints are now welded outside and of course also inside. And I think it's time to go to the drum depot and give it a try. And now comes the hardest part of the installation. Putting these pins here, not complicated, but opening the new package of pins I have here, that's gonna be something. Ah. Nope. And because it's officially a digger, let's dig something. As you can see, it works. And as also you can see, I still have a lot to learn operating this machine. But one day,